and bringing you visual.
Welcome, everybody, to this evening's edition of WTMI News. A Pontiac, Michigan youth was found dead on the scene of an accident on Grand Avenue this morning. The youth was reportedly driving on the wrong side of the boulevard when he was catapulted through the windshield of his car. Police are withholding the identity of the minor until his parents are notified. And in other words, in other news, half of Canada is on fire, but nobody has seen the fires. And guess what? You're really on the Riffs and Rhythms podcast. My name is Kevin McLaughlin, and we have a special guest tonight.
Hello, hello, hello. It's nice to be here. Yes, thank you. Please stop.
Okay.
The one and only Brad Brock is with us tonight.
Hello, give me the applause again. Oh, there we go. I'll take that too. Air horn all day.
Literally fresh off the boat.
Yeah. I am fresh off the boat. That was pretty much the boat horn sound too there, Devin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, Kevin, well, welcome, first of all, to the live stream of Riffs and Rhythms. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I don't know the.
We just had a short break in from the WTMI news.
Oh yeah, the WTMI news. I see that. So it seems that our fearless leader Paul Robertson has fallen victim to the constant delay of airplanes, clearly plaguing the world right now.
Yes, and it's all being blamed on Canada.
Listen, it's true story. When I was coming back from Europe just last week, same thing happened to Jordan and I. We were a little bit late getting into Boston, so we missed our connecting flight. So we got another flight that took us to LaGuardia.
So when you were going there all the way, were you singing like Dropkick Murphys the whole way?
Heading up to Boston, whoa! Yeah, that's exactly what was going on. What was crazy is when we were flying for the 8 hours that we had to be in the air, the whole time I'm going, there's no way we're making that flight. And then as we got closer, it's like, we should probably look at other flights because there's no way we're making that flight. And guess what? We didn't make that flight. And so, yeah, we had to get another flight to LaGuardia and then back to Miami. And we got to LaGuardia and our flight got delayed like 4 times, an hour each time. And just we were supposed to leave at 8 o'clock. We didn't get out of there until 11 o'clock.
Like once, twice,
3 times.
3 times an airplane.
A delay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's funny. I was on the phone with Paul earlier this morning, and while he was waiting for a flight, and I feel like I put the juju on him because I was like, you got a lot of planned around this 5:30 landing in PBI. I was like, they're delaying flights, but exactly the point. Canada's got fires out there. It truly is. As being up there last week, the visibility is
it really bad?
So bad.
Are you sure it's not because Area 51 has been decommissioned and now all those non-compliant UFOs are putting smoke in the air?
Yeah. Well, they haven't gone through emissions testing.
They've got all these old UFOs.
But it's crazy. Michigan, they were saying in Michigan, the air quality was the worst air quality in the entire world. They were telling people not to go outside.
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, how many thousands of miles is it from New York to Michigan? Like 2, at least.
Yeah, but those fires are...
Is like half of the North American continent is on fire north of the American line?
I wish we could pull up a...
Is there some satellite photos?
Satellite photo.
I say fake news.
It's wild. It's wildfire up there.
I don't know.
And it's sprawling.
Canadians are too nice to set that much fire.
No, it's probably an American tourist, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Or the French Canadians.
Could have been.
They're not as nice as the regular Canadians.
Well, they balance them out.
But anyway, Paul is in the chat with us. I can see him over there. So thanks at least for tuning in with us, Paul, and I'll keep the seat warm for you.
So Paul is drinking at the airport bar in Charlotte. I've been to that airport in Charlotte.
Charlotte's not really nice.
Yeah, it's a big airport there. lots of planes and stuff. And as a matter of fact, I think the last time, no, I was only there once since 2011. The time before that, I actually met a friend who lived in Charlotte, and we hung out, and you can't do that anymore. There's no going past security.
No kidding. Really?
Yeah.
I know that. I mean, that makes sense for like international flights, but.
Well, I mean, you can, as a flyer, you can leave the TSA and then meet somebody and then go back.
But you got to go back through security and all that.
Yeah, but people who live in Charlotte can't go to the gate and hang out with you while you're waiting for your plane.
Yeah, they'd have to get a ticket and go through security and take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Get felt up. It sounds like a nice time.
Exactly.
I've never flown.
What?
I've been to a couple of airports.
Devin, because that's because you ain't got no wings, baby.
I ain't got no wings.
You got to change that, man.
I'm scared of flying.
Well, I can tell you this, that with 100% reliability, airplanes will always get you to the crash site.
Statistically, still the safest form of travel. You're more likely to get maimed in a car accident than you are to crash in an airplane. So.
Absolutely.
I think I'll admit, it's a totally irrational fear. It's just that it's a bit of a phobia surrounding the fact that with a car, at least I'm mostly in control of what's going on and it's on the ground. But with an airplane, if something goes wrong, if it goes catastrophically wrong, it's a death sentence. And you're also thousands of feet of the air.
It's probably for the best.
You may want to read the statistics.
Yeah, you might not want to survive that.
Of
That's
road
what I'm saying. I wouldn't want. Imagine
that
your plane crashes over the ocean and you survive the crash, but you're just in the ocean in the middle of nowhere.
So listen,
and you just die from that.
Look, Devin, I think I know the solution to your problem. The solution is you should go skydiving.
Fuck no.
So you get up in the airplane, you go all the way up. You got a parachute strapped to your back.
Yeah.
And then you jump out. 100% probability that you will not die within the airplane.
Yeah.
It's totally within my control at that point.
Yeah.
No, still not doing that. I don't like heights.
Yeah. John Madden, the famous football commentator, he wouldn't fly. He had a bus and he drove back and forth all over the country to go every
crazy.
game. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of flying. I don't it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get on the airplane. I hate it. I loathe it.
I don't mind it so much.
I hate it. And I especially hate long hauls.
My airplane fears are similar to roller coaster fears in the sense that, like, it's not that I think it's more likely to break down or crash. It's just that my fear is that it's going to happen when I'm on it.
Well, it's going to be your fault somehow.
It's going to be my fault. It's going to be my fat ass. It's going to be, I don't know. It's going to break and just blow up or something because I'm on it.
Well, fear not. Our little hopper plane from Boston to LaGuardia, when we finally got down to the gate, we were getting ready to roll on with our bags. And they stopped us and they said, oh, we're going to have to check your bags. There's no more room in the overhead. I'm like, okay, that makes sense, right? And then they're like, oh, wait. We're going to have to check your bags onto another plane because there's no room on this plane to take your bags.
Yeah, those small planes are very sensitive to weight changes.
What are you smashing into this place? And miraculously, Kevin, all three of our bags, our checked bag and our two checked carry-on bags, made it at the same time in Miami at 1:30 in the morning, 12 hours after we were supposed to be there.
Well, you got your luggage back. That's
Maybe
good.
not 12 hours. We were supposed to be there at 7. And it was 1:30.
So
whatever that mathematic works out.
So Brad, those of you who may not know, he flew back from a cruise around the British Isles.
Yeah, the beautiful British Isles.
So how was your cruise, man?
It's wonderful. I love cruising.
You started out where? In Amsterdam?
Yeah, we flew into Amsterdam a couple days before the cruise. I have one of my dearest friends, Janice, lives there. She's Canadian, but now she's been living in the Netherlands for over a decade.
Too much fire in Canada?
I guess, yeah. Too much maple syrup, too. Yeah, so she's been living out there. So we crashed with her, which was super awesome. Amsterdam's one of the coolest cities. If you've never been,
Never been.
you gotta go.
Never been to mainland Europe.
It's amazing. Amsterdam's great. The whole Netherlands is awesome, but Amsterdam's a great city. It's a modern city with a lot of history. It's very easy to navigate. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of history. The Anne Frank house, super sad, but it's there and you can go through it, and it's wild to.
That's got to be
to
wild. It's
be in
probably
there.
teeny weeny.
Yeah, it's insane that all those people lived in that little back room behind the bookcase for years, you know. So and then you get to go up and anyway, super heavy, but really good to have an experience like that. You got to book that like 3 months in advance, and when you get there, you know why. There's lines forever. Yeah, so we did that. We you know, obviously we did all the other fun Amsterdam stuff, the cafes. We went through. We had to walk through the red light district.
Wait. Instead of selling, because that's in Germany, right? Or no? Where is that? Where's the Anne Frank house?
In the Netherlands, in Amsterdam.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to ask, instead of selling like Wiener Schnitzel, do they sell Anne Franks?
Wow, nice. Justin Bieber did actually visit the Anne Frank house when he was there
and he
years
said,
back. Yeah, and you already know the story. And there's a little book, like a visitor book you can sign at the end. And he wrote in the visitor book, and listen, I love Justin Bieber, and I really think it was innocent, but he wrote, I think Anne would have been a believer. He wrote in the book. And did you know her name is actually Anna Frank? But we call her Anne Frank.
It makes sense. The Americanized version.
Yeah. Crazy. A very eloquent young lady. If you've never read the book, it's worth a read. It's heavy, but, you know, the story is interesting. And that perspective is like I think she fulfilled her destiny. It was all meant to happen to her. And then she gave that gift to the world so that it presumably would never happen again.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, we did all fun stuff. It's been over a decade since I'd been to Amsterdam, so it was kind of nice to see how it's kind of changed a little bit. Yeah, we hung out with my buddy Janice, and and then we jumped on the cruise the next day. The same tram went from the central station where we got there from the airport, took you straight to my friend's house, and then you get back on that same tram and you come up 2 stops, and then you're at the cruise port. So it took us 10 minutes from her house to the cruise port, and then we walked right onto the boat. Crazy. But yeah, the cruise was amazing, dude.
I've also never been on a cruise.
Dude, come on.
That
man.
I would love to do, though.
You got to do something.
I want to do a cruise.
Oh, yeah, we got to sort that out. Listen, this was the cruise that I really wanted you and Paul to come on.
I know. You gave us a year's notice on it.
Because we went to both of the motherlands. We went to Ireland and Scotland.
I know. So what's it like in Scotland?
Oh, it's
Everybody's
about
playing golf.
It's about as
really
much
cold.
as you would imagine. We did see some people full on kilting around. We heard some bagpipes in the streets. Scotland's amazing. It's beautiful. The whole area, and my favorite was in northern Scotland, the Shetland Islands. We were in Lerwick, which is a wonderful city. I thought I was going to hate the port, but it ended up being my favorite port. And we had we got lost. We went off into we were like, wherever
Lost in
these people
Scotland.
are, we don't want to be there. So we took off down a side street, wound up at this old hotel with it was called the Grand Hotel, a little bar in it. This little blonde girl was the bartender, a little Scottish girl. And then there was this young dude, and it was just the 4 of us, me, Jordan, and them 2. And we all hit it off. We're shooting the shit. Turned out the bartender's dad owned the hotel, making her work on a Sunday. I think that's righteous.
The same exact thing happened to me when I was in England.
I was like, your daddy making you work on a Sunday?
Yeah, that's fun though when the bartender turns out to be the owner's daughter.
Oh yeah. And it was a cool moment of being a traveler, talking with locals, shooting the shit. And so that ended up being my favorite stop. The weather was unbelievable the whole time we were there. Every port, there was no rain. It was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit in every port. It was absolutely stunning everywhere we went. And everybody was telling us, so we're like, I don't know, this cruise is clearly, you picked the best week ever. And it was unbelievable. The water was nice. It was a great cruise. We had a really nice time. I love cruising. I know I worked on cruises for a long time, but I'm a cruiser now. So I get to go and just judge everybody and drink my face off.
Graze at the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did eat a lot. It's amazing, though. I always lose weight when I go on cruises. I'll lose like 2
you're
or 3
not
pounds.
eating a processed American food.
Right.
What's your sorry to say kind of a nonsense question. I was going to say, what's your favorite food to eat when you're traveling away from the States? But I guess it would probably be something different every time.
You know, I don't know. Okay, so there's this place in Amsterdam called Fabo, and it's a fast food restaurant. But all the majority of the food is in. They have like these vending machine lockers. It's a whole wall of lockers, and
Like an automat.
yeah, and you put your card up to it, and you push the button, and it's hot food though. You get the burgers, fries, but they have this thing called casse souffle, and it's this like square fried cheese stick, right? And it's like this big, and I fell in love with it years ago when I worked on the Dutch cruise line, Holland America, and they used to have them in the little buffet, and I would just go to town. Chow Town, you know? And, but I discovered it in Amsterdam years ago, this place called Fabo. And you go in, and they didn't have the card thing at the time. You had to like put some coins in, but that was how long ago that was.
It's an automat.
But yeah,
That's
you know,
cool.
you go and you get it, and they have, you know, like all the like Dutch snack foods, stipple, the frikadeel, and they got the bitterballen, and then casse souffle, and then a variety of other things. If you never had it, you got to go. And if you ever go to Amsterdam, just as soon as you get off the train, go to Fabo, get a casse souffle. It's just the best thing in the world. Jordan was a skeptic. She was like, we even walked by it. She's like, you want to go in there? Like, that's the place. And I was like, you don't understand. We got to go.
Yeah.
And we did. It was like one of the last things we did on the first day. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, I know. Casse souffle.
Casse souffle, Fabo, Amsterdam,
Febo,
Netherlands.
Fabo.
Okay, Febo.
They got loads of stuff you got to try there. Stroopwafel. It's like this beautiful caramel waffle thing. Dude, I love it. We did the Heineken beer experience too.
How was that? What is the Heineken beer experience?
She's amazing. It's not even like it's the old. They built it out of the original brewery in Amsterdam. So it's not active anymore, but it's this wildly interactive.
It's a dormant brewery.
Dormant brewery, yeah. And I didn't know what to expect. It was awesome. It was super cool. We did like the rooftop VIP experience, so we got to go up on the roof afterwards and have a beer, and you know, just like Guinness, it tastes better where it's from, you know.
Of course.
That first Heineken was so crisp, delicious. Yeah,
I bet.
it was awesome. It was super cool. I felt like it was like a rave, man, in there. It was always like music going. I was like, this is so Europe. It's so Euro. But yeah, we had a nice time. And then, yeah, there's a million things, dude. Ask away. But Ireland, Scotland, we went to Liverpool, England. So we did the whole Beatles experience.
So tell us about Liverpool.
Dude, I always kind of wrote Liverpool off as a shithole. But it's come a long way.
Why?
It's kind of like a nowhere industrial town.
Yeah,
until
like it
Paul
was always
McCartney
just
started
this
getting
like
famous.
shithole port town, you know, for almost the entirety of history.
Who names a town Liverpool anyway?
Right, you exactly right.
They've got some names in England now. Let me tell you what.
But what a cool, funky city, man. Like
Yeah.
I would go back and spend time there. I would love to go see the nightlife. Of course, as a cruiser, you don't have loads of time anywhere. And we took the tour, so it was a walking tour. But you get to make notes of everything you want to see when you come back. And we did the Beatles experience. It's this museum down on the boardwalk, and it was cool. But like, I don't know, it was very squished, and I'm a little claustrophobic. So there was a couple, you know, and like it's just it sucks when there's a cruise in town because they're all there, all the cruisers, and they're all old and they just don't move quick. And they take their sweet ass time, like looking at every little thing. And you're in a queue, man. So you're just kind of sneaking your way through this. And dude, we were in this one player. It was the recording studio mock up, and it was a dead stop, and it was very close. And I was like, fuck this. Oh, and I mushed through everybody to see what the holdup was. And then I came back and I was like, Jordan, get the fuck up here. I was like, we got to get out of here. And it was everybody, because the next scene was a Pan Am airplane mock-up. And everybody was just fucking off sitting in the seats. And I was like, get out of here. But I was getting like little sweaty, and I was like, nah, I gotta keep it moving.
I was giving them a hard time when I was in England earlier this year because they were talking about Liverpool has like a Paul Fest or a Beatles Fest or something. And I'm like, and I just looked because everybody's talking about the Beatles all the time. And I looked at this person and I'm just like, they came out in the early 60s. Like, you guys really need to pick a new band. The Beatles are great. They changed the world and their impact will never stop being felt in music or in culture. But really, England, come on, get a newer band.
Okay, if you guys were blessed with the opportunity to establish your own Brad Rock experience or Kevin McLaughlin experience in as an attraction or museum or something, what would they be? What would they have to entail?
Mine would look exactly like a Chuck E. Cheese. And you could play games and get tickets and get awesome. Signed shit from myself.
That would be awesome, actually. With animatronic band and everything.
Yeah, man. Of course, it would be me as animatronic.
You would be your character.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. So instead of the different characters playing different instruments, it's like it's you with all the instruments, but kids get to play each instrument individually.
You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I like it.
What about you, Kev?
I have absolutely no idea.
I think that
would be the shortest museum trip
You
ever.
should have a helmetless motorway.
That's what I thought.
Oh, there you go.
I was thinking Autobahn, but for motorcycles, no helmets.
No helmets.
Well, there you go.
That's the requirement. You have to sign a waiver saying you won't wear the helmet.
Yeah, near the end. There'll be a animatronic of me smashing my iMac because I can't make it mix my song right.
Oh, okay. So Paul is asking loads of questions.
Oh, we gotta pay attention to Paul. Now,
Who's Paul? I always see his drums and rums.
for those of you who watch the show, you already know that Paul is the co-host. And we've got Brad here as the guest co-host because Paul is stuck in Charlotte Airport, sitting here just commenting on his own podcast and getting ignored. Well, we do love you, Paul.
Getting pod-cucked.
He's getting pod-cucked.
That's a hashtag.
That's
hilarious.
Pod-cucked.
What happens when you're not able to be on your own show and somebody's taking your plate and you're watching it? It's pod-cucked.
Yes.
Dude, that's exactly how I felt the last cruise that we were on when you guys cover for us.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah. I felt pod-cucked. I was in the chat too. Got down 2:00 in the morning where we were using the ship Wi-Fi.
How was that Wi-Fi?
When you pay for it, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing. When you don't pay for it, it's not great.
It's not amazing.
Yeah, you get texts and stuff, but no photos. Certainly no streaming video or audio.
Yeah, Europe does not. I mean, at least England does not have the kind of cell phone coverage and Wi-Fi quality.
If you don't mind me
that we
asking, how much does it cost for the good Wi-Fi on the ship?
$20 a day. So if you use it every day, it's crazy. If you use it, well, it was the upgrade from our plan. So you could buy the standard plan, and that's expensive. But
is there in your rooms? Is it kind of like hotels where there's a TV and default programming you could still, you don't have to pay extra for, or do you have to pay for all that every time?
Oh, no. They got a selection of movies and, a couple live channels, but.
So theoretically you could if you wanted internet, but you didn't need it all the time, you could maybe every other day or something. Or is it?
Yeah.
You could schedule it.
Yeah, you could do it. It's when you buy it for a 24-hour pass. It's good for that bit of time. Do you guys hear a train?
Yeah, there's a train passing by.
Oh my god, that means my headphones are up real loud.
Yeah, I heard the train. You're not the only one who hears it.
To answer Paul's questions, how much did I talk about my podcast while traveling? I wear this hat and I call it the billboard. And people ask about it. Oh, I like your hat. And my opening line is always jams and cocktails, my two favorite things. And then I go into my spiel and I talked about it. There was one kid at that hotel bar, in Lerwick is a huge follower of American YouTube channels. So he knew all kinds of stuff like New Haven pizza and shit like that. So, of course I was like, oh, well, you got to check out Jams and Cocktails. Yeah, so we did that. What else did you say there? Promoting my video games. I'm not promoting them just yet, but I have been working on it. My biggest snafu is trying to get it all packaged up so that iPhone people can play it on their devices. That's a struggle. That is a problem, and I think that everybody should take their iPhones and throw them in the garbage. But I digress. I'm working on it, and I'm hoping.
Good luck with that.
I'm hoping in the next couple months I'll have it available. Maybe not for the App Store, but if you reach out to me, I could get you the install through a more nefarious service.
Oh,
The App
You
Store.
can sideload. Yeah, you don't have to have your app on.
Yeah, so
the
there's
App Store.
There's a for iPhone there's a program called or platform called Test Flight, and to get things in the App Store, A, you have to have an LLC, and B, you have to be verified by Duns and Bradstreet, if you know what that is.
I do.
Basically, like a credit bureau for companies.
It's like
and
the,
and then it's $99 a year to keep your developer thing. Well, I'm not selling my games, so I'm not looking. So it'll end up being, if you want the game, you gotta hit me up.
You gotta monetize within the game.
Yeah, I'll anytime you want to see Kevin shake his ass in the game, you just gotta pay $1.
all the games are monetized now. Like
Yeah.
Liv was I gave her my phone to play Bubble Pop, and it ran out of bubbles, and you had to buy more. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's new.
Outrageous. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll have none of that in our games. The games are just for fun and for promo. And really, it's just expanding my knowledge on how to do how the process works. You know,
No. What you could do to monetize it without being egregious is you could make it like you get a voice pack or something, or you take like lines from the podcast or like iconic quotes or whatever different people said. Clip those, put them in the game, and you sell like 10 of them for 99 cents.
that could be funny. Yeah, I like that.
People can customize their experience a little bit.
So yeah,
That would be hilarious. I would do that.
there's loads more about the trip that I could go into, but we don't have to do that. Scotland and Ireland are beautiful, beautiful places, beautiful people. Everybody's great. Well, not everybody, but the people we ran into was great. There's loads of stuff to see. I have stuff for you and Paul. I was going to bring it, but I think it needs to be a whole. We got to have a whole group. So maybe I'll invite you guys onto our show.
There you go. You got to do it in your natural habitat.
Yeah, so it'll be good. But I do have some things for you guys. I'm excited to give you.
Well, maybe sometime soon, Paul and I can come and guest host on the Jams and Cocktails.
Yeah, we are starting back up next Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday.
The Jams and Riffs and Cocktails and Rhythms
Yes,
On the aux.
on the Aux. That's
Aux.
it.
Just that little bit.
Oh
at the
wait, no.
end.
Let's give you the bookends. The ghostly jams and riffs and cocktails and rhythms on the Aux.
put that on a T-shirt. You'll run out of room.
You're gonna have to wrap it around twice.
It's one of those T-shirts that's like thing and
And yes,
but with ghost and riffs and rhythms and jams and cocktails. And
I like it.
The aux.
I did have some fun ideas. You guys can't steal it, but 4 jams and cocktails coming back. Some fun games to play that we kind of, the cruise ships. They always have like the cruise director always does games and stuff like that. So we saw a couple that were. I was like, we could make that podcastable. Podcastable. One was a very very unbelievably difficult spelling bee, and we'll call it the spelling F.
No.
And
Spelling G.
yeah, that's the title you get if you spell it right. But it's just completely ridiculous words that are just loads of fun. And then there was another game, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, we do have a topic.
We do have a topic.
And I have to.
I can't face our topic without a refill, though.
Yeah.
Take over for a second, Brad.
Yeah, so I guess I'll preface. Could you do me a favor? Could you throw some extra ice into that? Just load it a whole big old handful. There it is. $1. All of you all owe me $1 right now. So anyway,
He manifested that.
so yes, this is a topic. If you're watching and you obviously know what we're going to discuss, I actually, my wife got home, Jordan, and I gave her my whole spiel as like a test run, and so like I'm fired up. I think it's an interesting topic. It's really not like I'm not like as passionate about the topic as some people are. I know that Devin, I know you have some opinions on this, judging by our text earlier, or at least you know some people that might have an opinion. Loads of people on my Facebook feed.
I probably don't have the opinion you think I do.
Oh, okay. Well, good. We'll save it, and I definitely want to hear it. But yeah, there's
Right
loads
after this break.
right after this break.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's loads of people on my Facebook, at least, and social media. Thank you, sir. That have a very wide, varied opinion of AI art in general, but specifically what I think we're going to discuss, because I think it would be a deep, deep rabbit hole to go into everything. But the concept of AI promotional art, particularly band and or venue flyers that have been all the rage on social media lately. And Paul and I
Apparently
actually,
Canva's not cool anymore.
yeah, Paul and I talked at length this morning about it while he was waiting, and we had about an hour and so conversation that revolved heavily around AI and that and various facets, but that kind of came up. And some people that I really respect have very strong opinions one way or another about this particular concept. And it varies, Kevin, in facets.
Real
right?
quick,
So-
shout out to Guy in the chat.
Oh, hey,
Well,
Guy. Welcome back. Thanks for watching.
so various facets, not just necessarily the act of generating an AI image to promote something, but the implications of it, right? And they go into in depth about how doing that single act affects all these people down some kind of ladder, this artistic ladder.
You mean the fact that people can be artistic and there's no need for artistic people anymore?
So let's lay the framework, right? So people are upset because there are loads of bands or solo artists and venues that are creating promotional flyers for the internet about upcoming shows and events. And the problem is they're calling it AI slop because people aren't prompt artists, right? So, and I'll get into that, but they're just saying, make me a flyer for this band on this date at this place, and make it cool, and it goes to town, right? Now, 50 other people in your area are saying, make me a cool flyer.
Right. So
And-
they're all
and so they're-
averaging each other out.
So they're all looking very similar fonts, similar things, similar elements. I've done it myself. Make me a quick flyer for this, blah, blah, blah. And it's always that same paintbrush looking thing. And so it does look very much like cookie cutter. So they're doing that. Now, if you wanted to be different but still use AI, you just got to get more creative with your prompting.
You just gotta say, "Hey, I want a really shitty flyer
Yeah, give me
Yeah,
something
right? Give
garbage.
me
that's
something
really
that looks
lame
like-
and everybody will ignore."
AI
drawn
slop.
with a crayon, right?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So what some people are griping about is that in what I disagree with, and I'll say that straight out of the gate, is that bands are being judged by these flyers that are coming out, that they're putting out. That it's the first impression.
As they should be.
First impression that people are getting of your band is this flyer, and they're going, oh, it's AI slop, I'm not coming to that show, right? So this is the opinion. what I want to know is that for real? Are people actively looking, regular people, regular beer drinking, chicken wing eating, dancing to any band that's playing people coming out to show or not coming out to shows because somebody put an AI flyer out? That's what I want.
I don't know. If you drink beer and eat chicken wings, comment and let us know if a generic looking AI generated band flyer would prevent you from going.
My immediate theory is no. I think the average person doesn't care about these things. It's mostly the people on the inside of the scene that pick it apart and care.
Here's my thought. The key to standing out in a crowd is 2 steps: excellence and uniqueness. And when you make your flyer and you use neither, and not only do you not use neither, but you make your robot servant do it for you, like, why would anyone care to go? And that's obviously, like, how much of an effort are you putting in your show if you're not putting any effort into the flyer that promotes it?
Okay. Let me take you down that road, Kevin. How many flyers have you made for your daily weekend? And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about just putting a photo up and then doing a post. I'm talking about putting effort into a flyer, but different for every show, or is it the same? Now I might be asking the wrong person.
There are similarities like this. I get flack for this because it has a lot of similarities every month. It's a monthly event. I make it basically similar for branding purposes.
Sure.
So that at a glance, people know this is the monthly jam. And then they look at the details.
Can you hold it up again? Here we go.
Yeah. No, I totally get that.
So
okay. So like I said, I think I'm asking the wrong person.
But I'm not the be all and end all of flyer making. I'm just a guitar player, for God's sakes.
Let me spin it this way. Because I follow a lot of local music artists in the Treasure Coast, at least. I now get to see promotion from music artists that had never promoted before. So now I'm seeing, and like, these are flyers, like, I can tell that they're AI, but I work with AI every single day on various projects, right? So like, I could pick it out
in a heartbeat.
But it doesn't make me think any less of them. I'm now kind of proud of them for doing anything. And it's not just the music people. I'm most impressed because for the first time, probably ever in my music career in Florida, I'm seeing some restaurants and bars actually create any kind of promotion for any music that's going on at their place for the first time ever.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And listen, they're the worst at prompting, so all of their stuff looks exactly the same. But for the first time, I'm seeing a flyer roll out that says Brad Brock playing tonight from a place. And I'm talking like, restaurants that they're so busy and the managers are so uninterested that they would never have done that. You're lucky if you get a Sharpie on a whiteboard at the, when you're walking in, or something written in chalk on a chalkboard.
And Kevin, you brought up Canva before. They probably are using Canva because Canva has AI tools built into it now.
Yeah, I have not. I use Canva for all of my flyers, but I've never delved into the AI aspect of it yet.
I feel like the majority of the slop that we're seeing is from ChatGPT, only because I use that a lot, and it's very much what it would spit out if you just gave it a simple prompt.
And it's kind of one of the most known, easy to use AI models.
Another gripe I want to address is people thinking that it's somehow slighting graphic designers' work because musicians are going straight to AI.
Well, that started in the 80s.
Well, listen, I'm going to touch on that too in a minute, but so I have worked as a graphic artist for many, many years in web design and things like that. All things that are not obsolete by any means. But the amount of graphic work I have done pro bono for fellow musicians. I've done stuff for Kevin.
He does great work for me.
I've done stuff for Riffs and Rhythms. I designed the logo for you guys. You know, like I do work and I want nothing for it. I just want you to be successful. I'm invested in your success, and that's why I do it. And for you, I've done stuff for our friend Johnny Ringo because I believe in what you're doing. And I believe that sentiment is in with a lot of graphic designers when they do work. I cannot imagine myself paying a graphic artist every single time I wanted a flyer done. What do you charge for that? $20? What? Why? Now, so I've done plenty of art for you, Kevin, right?
Yeah, some great stuff.
So what's the difference between you calling me and saying, "Hey, I need a flyer. This is what I'm thinking," and you have sent me hand-drawn stuff.
Yeah,
and I knock it out, right?
Because I know it's beyond my capabilities, and you have those capabilities.
And I knock it out, and I say, "There you go, Kevin." And you go, "Great, thanks, Brad. I owe you a drink. Awesome, I'll take that." What's the difference between you calling me to do that for you, or going on to ChatGPT, putting in your image, your hand-drawn thing, and saying, "Hey, this is my idea. Bring it to life." The difference is I get my time back.
Yeah,
and you get your thing instantaneously.
I have
for
my take on your question there. My answer is the difference is taste and curation.
Yeah,
him just slapping an AI and having AI do it is effective, like in the sense of getting it done quick and it's done. Sending him asking you to do it implies your curation and taste put into the process of, even if you're using AI, you're still prompting it and using your particular flavor of prompting.
Sure.
And then curating, figuring out which iteration it makes is the best one.
Right. Now, if you were in that is a great point, Devin, actually, because what you're saying is nowadays, in this time period, Kevin may still come and say, "Hey, Brad, I have this idea for a poster." And I'm like, "Great, hit me up." I have loads and loads and loads, and I wouldn't even say hours. I have months of prompt experience in getting what I want out of the machine in seconds. So it may still be time and visually effective for you to say, "Hey, Brad, I have this idea, do your magic." And I would do something like that. And then I could take that and still do my graphic work and get things, and if there's something that I don't like or a font I hate, I can go in and do my own thing. And I do on a lot of projects. And then it's the same thing. I'm still not charging Kevin to do a show flyer. And then maybe I'm the asshole, because maybe there are graphic artists that their entire income is getting $20 from music artists.
The reason why I call you is because of the thought process is, what I want to do is clearly beyond me, but I have a dear friend who's a genius at this stuff. Maybe he can help. And that's how the question begins. But the other thing that we're talking about has nothing to do with the use of AI. It just happens to be the topic. And that is, in every endeavor, mediocrity is the norm, and exceptionalism is the exception, right? And so we are seeing this pattern with the usage of AI in graphics. It's a predictable thing. And then so when, and in the end game, it's a good thing, because now even people who would never do a flyer are at least doing something. And the people who can make a good flyer are able to make even better flyers.
Right. Now, hot take, and I'm going to give you guys an inside scoop from somebody who does this or has done this way, way, way before AI was readily available for us. When somebody asks me to make a flyer, on many occasions, they don't tell me what they want. They just say, "I need a flyer for this." And I go, "Great." And I know that there's a big gripe about AI steals from other people and then regurgitates it. And that there's a lot of truth in that. But guess what? So do I. When somebody says, "Make me a cool flyer," you know what I do? I go to Google and say, "Cool band show flyers," and I go, "That one looks nice," and I go and I just regurgitate it. It takes a little longer than just going, "I want this," but like, if it's a vibe that I think is perfect, I go and I recreate that. like a terrible recreation of the Mona Lisa. That's what I do. So like I don't have time or the energy to sit at my canvas, my blank canvas, and go, let it come to me. You got to get shit done. And
Not everything can be made from scratch.
And that's real shit. If you hire a graphic artist to make something for you, they are not sitting there pondering their day away on how to make your graphic look so unique and amazing. They're going to look on Google for the coolest shit that they can see, and they're going to do it for you. It's the same for websites. They go, and it's the first thing I ask my clients. Is there a website that you like? Like, what do you like? Send me some of those links. And then I build around that.
Yeah.
It's been going on for decades.
Well, that's the argument that the AI developers give, is that creation doesn't happen from a vacuum. It happens as a result of inspiration. And so you're inspired by a flyer in the past that you feel looks really cool. And so that ignites a spark and you create something based on that. And the argument with AI developers is that's exactly what AI is doing. So that's why it's such a heated thing. It's like a machine can do something that a person does. That's weird.
The only thing that I can really equate it to, and I'm going to throw you guys here for this, but do you know the story of Prometheus? Prometheus, the god Prometheus, gave fire to man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So, and that in turn completely changed the landscape for mankind.
Right now in Canada, it has changed it quite a bit.
It's changed the landscape for Paul, that's for
It's
sure.
the Prometheus fire.
But so Prometheus came to man and gave him fire. That's the story. Obviously, who knows, but that's the story. And it changed everything. It changed the way man did anything. You didn't need to be a hunter-gatherer. You didn't need to eat berries all goddamn day.
You didn't have to eat food raw anymore.
Right. You could cook. You could
heat.
You could heat. You could wage war. So many things.
You could
so
extend
many
the
things.
day, get more done.
So listen,
You can kill bacteria.
What
Yeah.
AI has done has given everyone that couldn't a little bit of fire.
Yeah,
So-
well, that's
so-
a good analogy.
So now people that had to go and ask Brad, can you make a flyer for me? No problem. I would never charge you for a flyer, Kevin. That's so insane to me. So, but like, you don't have to do that. You could still, and I would still do that for you, but you don't have to.
You know what I kind of equate it to in my head? In the world of video editing, when I see like the difference between the usual AI slop with the same font and graphic and everything compared to a much more highly curated AI assisted created flyer, to me it reminds me of like the difference between a highly skilled editor on creating a video versus somebody who just used all the default tools in iMovie.
Yes, and you're exactly right. And
Because it's the same thing. It's just different levels of how much you use the tool.
It makes
Yeah.
a really good point too, because and here's my argument as to why legitimate working graphic designers that are actually working and running it as a business, when you get corporate accounts, when you're doing high-end corporate stuff, corporations are not going directly to AI to make their promotional materials, right? Because there's a massive problem with legal issues. There's, so like for me,
And
Not to mention
branding
just the
is
public,
when I do-
public outlook on it.
when I do
branding is a
something-
huge thing. Color coordination, all that stuff has to be taken into
when
consideration.
I do something free or something pro bono for friend or whatever, that's going to get at most local distribution, I will rip things off of Google. I will use free fonts. I will do whatever I want to do. But when you get into corporate world, you have to, everything you give to them has to have licenses, right? So I'm subscribed to many, many royalty-free or licensed companies that I can go and get stuff from. Almost all the stuff from Jams and Cocktails is all licensed, all, stuff that.
Yeah, well, when you get onto national level advertising, everything has to be licensed specifically for
So
that use.
they're not going to just go and rip something off of AI and then risk a lawsuit down the road for their biggest ad campaign ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you were a working graphic designer, stop doing free shit for your friends and go get some real accounts and do your work. It's there. It's available. The work is out there. Go make some money. Go make real money. And then make flyers for your friends for free. You know what I mean? Like, if you're making a living making punk rock flyers for every show that these bands are doing around town for $20 a pop, like you're feeding your drug habit.
Not to mention,
and that's fine. But like,
not to mention, I would like to hear from people who might have a counter opinion on this, but I think that would also filter out. It creates a filter in which the higher paying / like the clients who want the original art versus AI, like from a graphic designer or whatever, I feel like they're gonna have the unique position of being more invested in it being original and therefore much more satisfying for that artist to work with.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And you're not getting paid $20. You're getting paid $2,000.
You're getting paid a serious payment for your work.
But that work,
and they're probably going to give you more creative freedom if they care about that.
All has to be backed up with licensing for everything that you're using. And they may even specifically say no AI. We don't want any of that involved.
Yeah. Also, can I interject with a comment from the chat?
Of course.
I would like you to do that, but before you do, I just want to, for those of you who are just joining us, and this is your first episode, this mysterious voice that you're hearing, and there's no face involved, that is our skilled producer. It is Devin.
I'm not an AI model.
Devin's
He's not an
AI
model. He's Devin, our producer. He is the ghost on the Ox.
That's me.
Make sure to go ahead and check out Ghost on the Ox podcast. It's great.
Please. New episode coming out this week, actually. New season. Start of a new season. Ghost on the Ox on YouTube and follow on Instagram. So Rocky Rucker plays music. I know bands and show goers that get turned off when they see the usual AI slop font and posters. I'm happy to see someone make a cheesy Photoshop poster or draw on a napkin with a crayon.
Right. So listen, I totally get that. And I get that right now. But was that the case pre-AI? Or is it just a knee-jerk reaction because you're tired of seeing it? Because if that's the case, then I totally get that. And bands are doing that. I've seen it all over the place where, somebody's like, for me, for instance, I don't necessarily, like, I'll do sometimes, but the majority of promotion that I do, I just take like vintage photos of my travels. And that works really well. And I do the post, and then I post that picture, and I say, this is where it was, and circa what year, and like people come out to the shows.
I have a love for our friend Mike Farrow's posts. His flyers, his self promos are literally just the blurriest picture he could find in his camera roll, with like, I don't know, a graphic of a dolphin on it or something, and then show dates.
Yeah, he does.
Date and times. I love it.
Nothing wrong
and it
with
works.
that. It's a style.
So what it is doing, it is prompting people, because guess what? If you're doing that on your own and you're making the sloppiest pixel art thing that you can make on your own, you're still not hiring graphic artists to do your flyers. So it's just a moot point. So like and I just harp on that because I've seen that, you're taking jobs away from graphic artists or the creativity. And it's like, dude, I am a graphic artist and my creativity is so slim on certain projects. It's just I'm just carbon copying things and inputting what I need. So anyway, but that's what a graphic artist is supposed to do. You're not reinventing the wheel. You just want to give a product to somebody that they want. They already know what they want.
And that's, again, like when I edit someone's video, am I like every time am I going to go out of my way to create a new lower third for this person for the title that's going to show up for 5 seconds? No, I'm just going to select the best font that I have that's default in Premiere.
Yes.
and give it a fade.
Yes,
or a transition.
Exactly right. So yeah,
it works.
So moving beyond that, there is something about AI that that's I can kind of get on board with for now, and it's the environmental impact that people are upset about.
And as a matter of fact, there are plans to make one of those giant data centers right off of Midway Road in St. Lucie County.
Yeah, I've heard that
Wow.
rumor.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm hoping that Buc-ee's shoots that down. I'd like to see a Buc-ee's first.
Maybe
They're
maybe they
not in
can.
the same place.
Can they power the data center with oranges, burnt orange peels?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah, well, don't do that because all the orange fields in Fort Pierce are all gross now. But yes, so it's a huge implication that the world
Data centers
is
are great
facing.
as long as they're far away from you. And
So,
you can't have
in
them
my
far away from
backyard.
everybody unless we put them in the Arctic.
so people are concerned about the water consumption, which is an issue. So I guess since I'm talking, I'll go ahead and say it. My philosophy is that, like many other innovations in human history, they are not super efficient at first, right? Think about the toilet and how much water it used to use, and now we got it down to a liter.
I love the fact that you went straight
did.
to
Toilet was
the
your first
toilet as
I
the
did.
first comparison.
And it
Perfect.
gets worse.
The car.
Think about the car. We used to have emissions checks here in Florida because of how disgusting cars were, and now cars, for the most part, are pretty.
Yeah.
Are pretty.
We got rid of that. When I first started
Yeah, it's
driving, I
gone.
had to go for an annual.
Your
check.
dishwasher used to take loads and loads of water, and now it takes less than a liter to clean an entire dirty dish. What you're washing it, all of
But
the
how
stuff.
many dishes do you have in there?
Oh, 3. I wash mine with 3
Oh,
dishes in it.
You're not.
But
So
it was
that's 3 liters of water.
it's my important spatula. Anyway, so listen,
Don't get me started on spatulas. You have no idea how important a quality selection of spatulas
dude,
is in the kitchen.
I do know my one spatula is in there.
Oh, I know. You gotta have a
So
whole
all of these
selection.
things have become incredibly efficient over time, and I believe that AI consumption will not decrease over time,
No,
but it will become more efficient.
Yeah.
They will figure out the cooling situation without using the tremendous amount of water, but
And they
you have
will
to-
because they have to.
because they have to.
Yeah.
So it's only
kind of like nuclear power plants totally fix their massive need for seawater.
well, they're using at least they're using seawater and not fresh drinking water. But the time will come. What is it? Japan is already building data centers underwater. It's using the surrounding water to cool it.
Ooh.
It's coming around. The environmental impact is
That's an important job. Data center leak check.
yeah. There's people that live in there under the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Underground?
I don't
It's
know.
always like 70 degrees underground. No matter what
Imagine
you
you
do.
asked ChatGPT it's like, oh, how many miles for this trip I'm going on, and it's like, sorry, I'm drowning.
Yeah, right.
Get back to you later.
But really,
Start speaking in Japanese.
it is. I believe that it is something that is here. And I'm going to kind of bring this together because I listened to your episode with Tim O'Donnell, the first one, not the second one, where
the first one?
he talked extensively about his new album and going back through the Honkies, repertoire and taking some old tunes and running it through AI to get a fresh perspective on what the sound, and like I didn't know that about Tim. I didn't know really where he stood on AI in music or in whatever, and I was surprised to learn that he uses it as a tool to see what things could be, and then you go and you create
arrangement
it.
tool. That was the
Right.
tool. That's the use I saw for it first.
Huge, it's massive in mixing and what effects
But now
and things like that.
there's a lot of legislations getting churned out.
Well,
And you there's labeling now. If you use AI in any portion of the process, you have to label it as AI.
well, listen, if you're creating AI music and then you're going to try to sell it as a product, like you that's the bed you made. You gotta
Well,
own that, right?
Do you have to have that AI tag when it's something that AI didn't generate the whole thing, but it was used in a piece of it?
I don't know. I
you
feel like
still
it's
have to
headed
put the
that way.
Because that
What I'm hearing, and it's of course this is an ever-changing landscape, but what I'm hearing now is that if AI was used at any point in the process, it has to be described as AI creation.
the reason I asked that question is because I think I've said it hundreds of times on the show, but I think there's a big difference between AI make this thing, okay, here you go, versus using it as a tool as part of the product.
Sure, of course.
And I think just having the same label on both things taints the value of the thing where it was just a tool.
Right.
part of it.
What I like
because it just
about
labels it as the same.
you know, if you're using it as a, I don't know, and it's kind of the same thing as the AI artwork. So say like I want a horn section in one part of the song in the times before, you would have to, you would either have to go and hire a horn section, or you synthesized it, right? Or you know, and it was good. It was good enough. But now you could say, you could still synthesize the horn section, put it into AI and say, make this sound better, you know, or not even that. You just run it through there. And then it gives you back this amazing production.
There's opinions in every direction. But the latest opinion that I heard is the explanation went like, you came up with an original melody. It came to you while you're driving. You wrote a song around it. Then you stick it into AI and have the voice generated as a female, so you'll find out what your singer is going to sound like. Then it has to be labeled as AI music.
If you release it.
I don't know. I don't know the details.
Yeah, if you release that as a finished product, this is you know, my artist, you know, because you could start a record label and just do AI music. And this is my artist Joe Schmo in the Joe Schmoes.
There are entire playlists that are AI.
But you know, like I if that's what you're doing, then that's on you. But like for me, you know, if I use it to help me arrange things, listen to things and go, oh, because I'm not an accomplished guitarist. So there may be a lick that it comes up with that I'm like, that's fucking dope. And then I learn the lick, and then you record the lick and you go for it, you know, arranging in ways, or melodies even for vocals that I go, I would never think to sing like that. That sounds awesome. And then you know, it's like listening to a demo of your song and then you reproduce it in your own style. It's like having a producer on hand.
Exactly.
But if you just take what it spits out and you go release it as a record, that's wild. You know what I mean?
That's something totally different.
But yes, to come back around, I found Tim's discussion and y'all's discussion with Tim very interesting, because I really admire Tim as an artist.
Yeah, me too. Love you, man.
Yeah, he's an amazing songwriter. When you see him play, like he feels everything. It's just, it's very moving.
He's one of those guys where when he's playing, you listen because you can tell it's coming from somewhere far deeper than what you can see.
Yeah, it's you know, I don't know if you listen to his new record. It's so good. But yeah, so hearing that from him was like, oh man, I could like take a breath, because you know, like in the beginning of AI, it was like sneaking around with a side piece, you know. You're like, oh, I like this.
So
I like. Listen, I like this.
So
Wait, hold on.
I need now. We admired your comparison with the toilet. Now you're comparing your AI to your side piece.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way she makes me feel.
Did you buy a body for your AI?
She always makes me seem better than I am.
You have a female AI?
Did you customize your AI with a personality?
Yeah, her name's Clarissa. And no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you know, you feel naughty because you're like, oh man, I'm like dancing with the devil here as an artist, because other artists make you feel like an asshole. And that's I don't know if we need to leave it there, but like that's my biggest gripe with other artists that I am in circles with, is the fact that they feel the need to get on their social medias and just basically shit on anybody who's using AI to try to promote their product and their brand. And with that, and this might be my final thing that I say about it, unless I am prompted, but if you have enough time to shit on other people's creativity or lack thereof, or call it out or whatever it is, you're not spending enough time on your own shit. And that's
correct.
That's it.
Correct. And in our segue towards we're gonna review a song. Speaking of music, But, many of the most important rules of life are the same as at the campground, right? And the number one rule at the campground is you got to leave it better than the way you found it. And if all you got to do is say bad things, then you are not leaving this world any better than you found it. You are actually dragging all of existence downward in vibe. So I would like for everybody to just take a second and realize that every time you talk shit about anything, you are literally dousing the positivity of the entire universe in the process. And you want to get yourself out of that habit and promote positivity and brighten the universe around you instead of bring it down.
Yeah, because if you think that what somebody else is doing in their business or their world is somehow diluting your creativity and what you're doing, again, your focus is in the wrong place.
You are diluting your own creativity by stopping creation and causing negative aspects to
100%.
affect the universe with your bad mouth. So anyway, we've got a dear friend of the podcast has got some new music out, Fox Maple. And I was really, I never do this. I was a Friday and I was out doing some work and I opened up my Spotify and I'm like, let me listen to some stuff. And I was like, I've never listened to Release Radar. Let me check it out. I had a picture of Joe Bonamassa. And number 3 on the list was Fox Maple.
That's so cool.
Yes, so cool to see someone that you know on like an international hot list of songs. Way cool.
Real quick, we have an update from Mr. Drums and Rums himself.
Oh, okay.
He said, now I depart at 10:50.
Oh my.
Oh, even not getting back at 10:50, just departing at 10:50.
Okay, so taking note of the fact that Paul's been sitting at the airport bar in Charlotte since like 5 o'clock.
Oh my God.
And now it's 8 o'clock, right? And he's got another 2 hours before he's going to have to get up.
They're going to have to pour him onto that plane.
I would suggest to Paul, you're listening, call American Airlines and have him get you one of those little shuttles and have him drive you to the gate because you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
I mean, they drums and rums. He's the rumfluencer.
Wheelchair him onto the plane.
He's not considered the rumfluencer for nothing. He's fluenced by rum at this point, no doubt.
Someone come pick me up at the airport. He said. He also said, big shout out to Russell Miker's post this week about this.
Oh, Russ Miller. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Screen. I read it
from
Miller.
Port Fierce.
I know Russ Miller. He's been a guest on the podcast.
Yeah, he sure has.
Also said, when you're talking about the data centers, he said, we should get rid of golf courses then. They use by far more than data centers.
Yeah.
Water.
When you focus...
Yeah.
I don't know, without getting back into it, when you focus, when you hyper-focus on one thing for being a detriment, you forget conveniently about all the other things that are so much worse we take for granted.
You know what I found out this week? I found out that Erin Brockovich is a real person.
What?
She's a real person.
Yes.
Well, this is how much I know. And she's in St. Lucie County because apparently it's not the historical water poisoning that we've been living with all these years since the 80s, but there's some sort of new thing.
Oh, great. That's just what we need.
Advanced poison.
But you know what? Heavy metal poisoning, baby. I've been listening to a lot of Ozzy and a lot of Black Sabbath. It's heavy metal poisoning.
Do you feel it in your veins?
I do. I feel as though like I could never take an MRI because it would just shred me to bits.
And then I believe he's referring to Fox Maple herself. Paul said that she comes on next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to be a guest next week, but we've set her up because we're going to review her song live tonight.
Nice.
So this song is about that early 80s, late 70s Saturday morning cartoon, The Land of the Lost.
I don't think that's what it's about.
Oh, it says Last of the Lost. So sorry.
Yeah, I guess we don't really have any context going into this new track, do we?
Is this the title track that we're going to be listening to? Last of the Lost.
This was the first one on the playlist.
And so, of course, as you guys know, we're not judging the song. We're just wondering if it's the rhythm or the riff that makes the tune.
Let me see if the release radar list is still up.
On YouTube, it says it was uploaded 6 days ago.
Nice. Fresh. Shit's fresh.
Oh,
You guys ready?
fresh out of the oven.
Are you ready, Cup?
Yes.
Or is there a little blurb about it?
Well, I touched the wrong button, and I saw a blurb about sex so great she can't get enough.
Oh, great.
Oh.
That's what she
That's
said.
my subconscious mind touching things, I guess. All right.
Right.
Let's do it.
There was a door here once. There was a door here once. Now it's gone. I was born here once, lived and loved here once, but I've been gone so long. You don't know me anymore, and you don't own me anymore. So won't you please shut the door and let me be lost? Lost and never found. Lost and never found. Lost and never found. I had it all planned out. We rode the short way out, but now it's washed away. There was a road here then. We know each mile and bend, but now it's washed away. And you don't know me anymore, and you can't show me anything. So won't you please shut the door and let me be lost? Lost and never found. Lost and never found. Lost and never found. They steal everything you are, you were, and all you could have been. They steal everything you are, you were, and all you could have been. They kill everything you are, you were, and all you should have been. They kill everything you are. There was a dream here once, plans and passion once, but now they're burned away. The moment you took my hand, the moment you took your stand, set it all ablaze. And you don't know me anymore, and you can't tell me anything. So won't you please shut the door, are the waves upon the bow and the rain and thunder. Those who died aboard were not a fraction of the ones we lost on shore. We were never found. Some pretend that we were never there at all. Now I am the last of the dying breed, and we did not succeed. Maybe future souls can do better than the ones who failed us since the days of old. Turn the ships around, turn the ships around, turn the ships around. There's no way lost to late. There's no way lost to never found. Lost to never found. Lost to never found. Lost to never found. Lost and never found. Lost and never found. Lost and never found. Lost and never found.
Giant lexicon reverb at the end. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Kev.
Oh my gosh, I don't. There's a lot to unpack there. So okay, so here's what I'm thinking. At the beginning of the song, I'm like, oh, this is all sustained whole notes going on, and the drum. So it must be the rhythm. And then the piano came in. I'm like, oh no, that was the third thing. The next thing that came in was the bass line. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't know how to qualify that. That's a bass line. Okay. And then the piano line came in. And then the guitars got heavy at the end. It was almost like a whole different song at the end. And then you know the metal drums. She must be drinking the same water as I am. She's got the halfway through writing that song. She got the heavy metal poisoning, and we got the Patrick drums at the end, and the guitars were doing their own riff. But then that piano riff came back in at the end to close it. So I'm gonna go with the piano riff. The riff is what makes this song.
Is that riff or is that melody?
No, that's riff for
That's a
sure.
riff.
Piano riff?
Yeah, it's a
what do you
melody
think,
and a riff
Dev?
can be the same thing.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree. I pretty much straight up agree with what Kevin said because I had the same experience pretty much.
Yeah, the song is an epic.
It's hot.
yeah.
Dark.
Yeah.
It's an epic.
It because it took you on a journey. It didn't just stay. In fact, our buddy Jay Bird was like, he commented basically that it's, you know, that it was very, very much just was what it was. Like it was just kind of doing its thing. And then it changed completely. It went into this really heavy, crazy thing, double bass.
I like that. Threw that in.
I would say riff for this as well. I also want to note that Fox has this beautiful alto voice. It reminds me a lot of Annie Lennox.
Yeah.
You know, Annie
it's a
Lennox.
big voice.
It just that really it's a really full alto, just a beautiful voice. And this is an interesting stylistic turn from what I have heard her perform and her previous offerings.
Paul said piano is percussion, winky face.
Thank you, Dick.
Figures. The rhythms guy would do that.
But yeah, it was. I'm interested to hear the rest of the record. I didn't get a chance to listen to it. I'll probably listen to it on the way home. But yeah, it was. It's an interesting direction.
I
did not expect.
It's a huge pile of stuff to unpack. There's so many aspects to that. It's an epic opus.
And just for Jaybird, and I'm so glad you're tuning in, Jay. He mentioned something like it sounded like Suno to him, and knowing Fox, it is highly unlikely that there's any Suno in that track whatsoever, knowing her personally.
We'll get to find out.
I liked it. I can't wait to listen to the record.
Stay tuned for the next episode when we go ahead and talk to her directly.
Riff wins.
Riff, you riff too?
Yeah, I'm
Riff
riff.
across the board.
Riff-tastic.
Yes.
You see, my glass has a little palm tree on it.
That's a palm tree. Yes.
I'm gonna leave this here so that I can always have a glass here.
There you go. We'll put it on the. We'll have to make a Brad shelf.
Yeah.
That was
I can't
also-
believe that you don't have a Brad shelf in here already. I see you got a Scandalous Maryland on the wall.
We do, and it's
like that.
It's a good eye catcher.
That was also a much longer track than I was expecting.
Yeah, how
but-
long was
but
that? Like
happily,
6 minutes?
It was like 8.
Yeah, that
But
makes
I
sense.
really appreciated that because I like a long, epic.
Nah, you like them.
track.
You like them long, Devin.
I do. I love them. Long and epic.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
By
there's
the
not
way,
enough of that
don't forget
nowadays.
to hit that subscribe and like button. Oh, we didn't do that yet, Kev. God, we suck.
Ring the
at,
bell, too.
We suck at hosts.
No, everybody says that. Just press the button.
We
damn
don't
it.
want. We don't want to be like AI. We need to be different. I would like you.
Don't
to,
subscribe. Put us on your blacklist.
Yes.
Give me some like a brown
And kids, your parents will hate it if you subscribe to this.
chicken. Hey girl,
Ooh.
be sure to tap that subscribe button gently and tenderly with your forefinger. Hey, I bet AI can't do that.
That's like, you know what? I heard a Neil. Oh, what's Sweet Caroline? What's his name?
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong, the singer who did Sweet Caroline. I I heard a song of his that today the cops would come, and it was like, "Girl, you'll be a woman soon, and you're gonna need a man." It was like so Jerry Lee Lewis. I was really astonished.
Yeah.
We need like when you were saying kids, your parents will hate it if you subscribe. It made me think we just need to add like one of those parental advisory stickers.
Oh yeah.
Have that burned into the video. At all
That
times.
is that's a whole thing. I mean, Tipper Gore, who was the wife of Al Gore, the politician, was personally responsible for that.
right. That's
As
right.
well as the war on drugs, which was responsible for more drug use than anything. But
You're absolutely right. That was Tipper Gore.
when that came out, that's when I thought of that sentence. Because listen, you're out there buying records. You like in my case, I was riding my bicycle to the record store before I was old enough to drive, and in that new, maybe they don't do that anymore. But I was just in the beginning stages of rebelling from my parents, and if there was a sign on a record that the explicit lyrics sign, basically that told teenagers, listen, you're going to be in trouble. Your parents will hate it if you buy this. Nothing would have driven sales for me better than that.
You should just put it on your album anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the dumbest thing that I can. I mean, yeah, if you're taking your children to the record store to buy those rock and roll albums, maybe it'll help. But that's never happened in the history of the world. The best thing that ever happened for explicit lyric sales was the explicit lyric warning.
Yeah.
Kind of like the best thing that ever happened for the proliferation of drug use was the war on drugs.
Yeah. It has been proven that the DARE program in schools was a complete detriment to.
Oh yeah,
to
because
getting-
kids who never heard of drugs are like, really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, this
I could do that.
But hey, that's the public school system. You could do everything you can to shield your children from things, and then the public school system will expose it to them immediately and call it education.
I just like to imagine like a dumb kid in front of the TV that's like half paying attention. That's like, Pee Wee Herman does crack. That's cool. You know, the Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, but a
PSAs.
kid will be like, what kind of crack? Like, is it elbow crack or butt crack?
Yeah.
I like to imagine he just did not pay attention to the message at all. It's just the key words.
Yeah.
And misinterpreted.
Yeah.
I want to be like Pee Wee. He does crack.
Well, that goes back to my argument against negativity. Whatever you focus on, that's what expands in your life. So if you focus on everything about everyone else that sucks, then everything in your life will suck more.
Yeah.
If you focus on what's great in life, then everything in your life will become greater. That's how the laws of natures were designed. The laws of natures, they were designed that way. That's how the world works. And so it's more of you need to understand this, because the world could very easily be a better place if we all just, take into consideration that our thoughts are things and they affect the entire universe.
Yeah, I agree. Devin, I fucking love what you put up there. It's brilliant.
That's great. Have we experienced any, should we say some
Yeah, I think
objectionable things
I think
to
you should
earn
move
the
it.
label?
You should click on it and move it right now.
Oh,
Move it right now.
Move it, please
Move it
move it
right
right,
now.
move it right away to the other side of the screen. Oh.
It got past the sensors a little bit there.
Oh, that's definitely worthy of a parental advisory.
Oh, that's gonna cost extra, guys.
Speaking of parental advisories and things that your parents would hate, I want to do a quick shout out to the Treasure Coast Blues Society.
Oh, right after that,
Since we are,
I just saw it on the replay.
we are the
I missed it a little bit.
we are the official podcast of the Treasure Coast Blues Society, and I want to put a question out to the world since we're live. If you were going to come to a jam on a monthly basis, where would you like to see it here on the Treasure Coast? What venues would you prefer?
Lyric Theater.
All right. Ooh, okay. We got one vote for the Lyric Theater.
Black Box Theater.
I'm Black Box Theater.
Yeah, the Black Box.
I was there for the first time because my cousin.
The Sunrise.
Yeah, my cousin is in a theater troupe and had to play there.
Yeah, they do a nice job at the theater. That's
a good
Spaz's
spot.
thing, right?
Well, Spaz does a lot of stuff. He does his comedy stuff
a lot
there.
of comedy stuff there.
And I think his Zeppelin tribute band is playing. Like maybe they just played there. What day is it? I think they played on July 18th. It's till the 21st. So hopefully that was a good show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spaz.
Yeah, I love Spaz, man. Those guys are great. Spaz, good people.
I want to. Well,
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Create
I'm
the
trying to think
ultimate
of
jam.
more venues.
Oh yeah.
What venues are jam worthy?
Well, I want to catch one at Terra Firmata because I know they
Monday
do,
night.
Yeah, I know they do jams there frequently. I just haven't been to one.
It's a great experience.
If it's not raining.
Yeah, if it's not raining.
If it's raining, it's not a great experience.
Yeah, shout out to Nico Swarley who started that whole thing.
Oh yeah, the
That
ramble,
just- The ramble is awesome.
God, Nico's
Good job,
he's
Nico.
a beast, man.
One of my favorite things he ever said to me was, "Your drummer always comes to my jam. Is it because there's free food?"
I just heard something on Facebook that Vern Dazel and the Burning Breeze, who Nico is the bass player of, was nominated for some awards.
A Josie Award.
The Josie Award.
Yes, and they're going to the
Grand Ole Opry.
the Grand Ole Opry. Yeah, the Ryman Auditorium. No, the Grand Ole Opry, the new one,
Yeah.
not the Ryman.
Ryman's still there.
Ryman's still there.
But yeah,
I've been in that theater. That's an amazing room.
Yeah, dude. The Ryman or the Grand Ole Opry?
The Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, the Ryman is crazy too. 'Cause, obviously they built that theater before there was proper sound systems.
I've been
So,
on the outside of the. I've been down there on the
so
strip.
it
and
was
I've been
all
on the outside. Took pictures with
inside.
the statue of Dolly Parton.
It's all designed for you to stand on stage with no amplification.
Yeah.
And everybody in the audience can hear you.
That's awesome.
It's like a church, where it just carries. Great. Nashville's a great city, man.
Yeah, when they redid the stage at the Ryman Auditorium, they cut out a big circle of the stage and they put it in the new Grand Ole Opry Theater so that everyone can stand in the spot that all of the Grand Ole
greats.
Opry stars have stood.
That's cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. And when you look at the stage quite clearly, it's like this beautiful finished wood floor, and then this nasty old oak section, big round section. They didn't even refinish. They probably finished it to look crappy forever,
Right.
Because it still has the footprints of Porter Wagner and
Sure.
everybody who was in there. Super cool history.
Yeah, I'm stoked for them. God, man, like Vern, I don't know. We've had this conversation about those guys.
Vern is kicking ass.
You know, like when you see somebody or group with that it factor where you're like, man, they fucking got it.
Oh yeah.
And like, and it's Vern and it's Kobe and it's all of them, you know, but like we all know and they all know that Vern is like the driving force for that whole thing. And like he is the fire. And just I hope they go all the way to the top.
Well, I've got
Like they got a great lineup right now, and they're doing really huge things, and everything they put out is like gold to me. I think it sounds amazing, and it's right in their vein.
I have to say, in an era where immigration is such a hot topic, Vern Diesel is the epitome of the reason why we have immigration, because he's from South Africa, amazing Southern rock artist. And I looked at his schedule. I'm like, as soon as I saw a post that, like, you know, this band has got getting, I did deep dive into Vern Diesel. Like, there's some super cool new artists coming to Florida. Like, I got to check them out.
Right.
This guy has been playing every single day for like the last
10 years,
25
Christ.
years, right? There's no scene in South Africa, but yet he played every day. So clearly an entrepreneurial, talented artist comes to America, does what he needs to do to be a citizen, brings his wife with him, who both of them are awesome.
God, so great people. Just,
And then now he's just plain fucking killing it. And I got massive respect for Vern and his family, because this is you guys are great. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
it.
And touring and they're doing what needs to be done. I need to get them back. We need to.
Get
you guys,
me-
you guys haven't even had them at all, have you?
Yeah. Vern is booked every day.
I know.
Every Tuesday until Doomsday. He's playing.
Dude, we were lucky enough to get them when we did because he reached out. They were just about to drop their album, and he reached out, and I was like, "Yeah, name the date. I'll kick somebody
Yeah,
out."
Vern has actually reached out to perform at the Blues Challenge.
Oh, no kidding.
To compare, and everybody's like, he's not a blues player, and like, can you play blues? And Vern's like,
Bro.
yes, I'll play blues.
I bet he could play blues better than some people.
No question. No question. Vern belongs there.
Yeah, dude.
It's it's all over, but the paperwork. We'll get you in there.
But yeah, it was, it's very cool for me to be able to say that they played in my dining room. I moved my dining room
Right?
table.
And I did sound for them.
Yeah, that's right.
That was their first episode. Was the reason. Now here's the thing. Brad has done a ton of graphic stuff for me, and tons. A dear friend.
Yeah, this is how it all gets reciprocated.
So years ago in the original, not legendary Jancy Lounge, Vern Diesel performed.
Yeah.
And I listened
with
to it
the
like
other band that will not be named.
I watched the Jams and Cocktails as often as humanly possible. And I'm listening to this awesome band play, and the sound is awful.
So bad.
It was terrible. I'm like, oh no. So I called Brad, and I'm like, don't you ever have a band on your show without calling me first so I could do sound. You don't ever do it again. He's like, what, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, I'm very serious. You cannot have bad sound like that ever. And so whenever you ask, I am there.
Good. And you have been.
Yes.
You have been.
Not as often as I could have been. Or I should have been. Yeah, but as often as you have asked me.
Yeah. No, you've been there. And we've had very cool shows, like live stream shows subsequently. And they were one of them.
Yeah.
And that was a great.
Yeah, they did a great
we
job.
captured a really great performance, and it was so fun. And yeah, like I had Vern Diesel and the Burning Breeze perform in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Jay said, sent you guys a pic through Messenger. Where did you send that to?
Who in Messenger to who?
Yeah, to who?
Probably to Brad.
I asked the chat. I said, hit us with any lightning round questions or topics you got before we start wrapping up. Jay said, talk about time flying. Ozzy died a year ago tomorrow. That's just crazy to me.
That is crazy that it's been a year.
Time flies.
Speaking of great uses of AI here.
Oh, he said Brad and Paul. I guess he sent you a picture.
Oh no! Oh no! Look at that. Good job, Jay. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
If it's something I can show on stream,
Yes, absolutely.
text it to me.
Can you forward that?
I mean, it's really just a text it to your cell phone,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to put it on there.
Yeah.
All right, I can do that.
Rock on.
Let me just download it real quick. I'm gonna send it to the group chat if that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good job, Jay. That's awesome.
Jay is a master. He sends me some crazy shit on our show. One time I don't know, I was talking shit about Chris Brown. You guys know who Chris Brown is?
Yes.
He's a R&B artist.
Yes.
He's the one that beat Rihanna, like beat her ass.
Went all Ike on her.
Oh, that's definitely the thumbnail for.
It's so good.
This is the thumbnail for the episode.
Anyway, I was talking shit about him because I don't like him. I think he's garbage. And
Agreed.
and so Jay sent this. I don't know. He found a photo of the front of my house and he superimposed Chris Brown on my driveway. And he's like, somebody's at the door to see you.
That's serious.
I was dead. You know, it was really funny. Is Jordan has been like harassing me to go see Chris Brown in concert because her Savannah's sister, Savannah is Jordan's half sister. Savannah's sister, or other half sister, I guess, is the wardrobe manager.
There it is. So funny.
She's the wardrobe manager for Chris Brown's tour. Right, so she organizes, cleans, sets up
you
all
got
the
it
wardrobe.
in.
So she gets like VIP tickets to his shows or whatever. So like Savannah has gone and
You gotta
all this
wear
stuff.
you gotta wear like a WWF
But I'm like,
SmackDown shirt.
I was like, listen, I would go and see the show if it was free. I'm not paying anything to contribute to this kid's stupidity. I was like, but I'll go see the show if we're getting in. But I don't want to meet him. I don't want to go backstage and say hi to Chris Brown. I don't care.
Yeah.
Kind of a dirtbag. But hey, he's out there. He's still doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
Hasn't had a hit in, I don't know, 20 years.
You know what we haven't done lately?
Actually, he was controversial recently. He was in the news because he put out an album and people were talking about it because everybody was like, "Oh, this just sounds like AI."
Ah, yeah, see? It's probably the way he just called it. He just phoned it in.
Yeah, phoned it in. Yeah, write me a hit album. I'll be in the Bahamas.
Yeah. That's what I think that Morgan Wallen is doing. How do you put out an album with 32 songs on it?
Yeah, the way I found out about Morgan Wallen is my son called me and he's like, you know what? Morgan Wallen has got like 20 songs out of the top 40 in country, like going on right now. I'm like, how do you do that?
If we're talking about country music, though, have you heard of Ella Langley? She's a girl.
Well, I hope so.
She has had
Heard the name.
She has had the #1 song on the Hot 100 for 14 weeks. She's about to surpass Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, who are tied at that
No
at 15
kidding.
weeks. Or she's tied with them now with "I Will Always Love You" and oh god, I forget the Mariah Carey one. But if she's on #1 for one more week, she owns that.
And what's her name?
Ella Langley.
Ella Langley.
And the song was called "Choose in Texas," and it's a massive hit, and it's a good song. But
That shows you how much I know.
but I can't believe that it's about to. Like, do we not have any other good music? Is that it?
Ella, I
How
gotta
do you
listen to
spend
Ella
15
Langley.
weeks?
Well, as we all know, popularity and quality have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the quality of the song is good. It's a good song, but there she is, the hotness herself.
Ella Langley.
She got a lot of bangs.
She got some bangs, yeah.
Yeah, cute girl. She's good. She's good. I like her. She's got a really cool like country sound, old school.
She doesn't look very old school country.
Yeah, 15 weeks. 15 weeks.
15
She's about
weeks.
to-
15 years old, believe it or not.
What?
No.
Yeah,
I
maybe
was
her
gonna say.
maybe her teeth are.
You said
15 years
15.
old.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were about to get on to something, Kev.
We have not discussed our silent partner in this venture much lately. Jackson.
Oh, goddamn Jackson.
Jackson is our silent partner. He's the money man behind this whole venture.
Jackson Brown.
And
Jackson
Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson Brown.
Right there.
Somebody, baby.
And we still have the Kevin McLaughlin shirt up there, but we gave our Riffs and Rhythms shirt off of the wall to Guy. Guy's wearing that. He's got it. Hopefully he's got it on. Do you wear the Riffs and Rhythms shirt when you watch Riffs and Rhythms? That would be cool. But you can tell us anything because we won't see you.
I'm wearing it right now.
Yes. So Stonewall Jackson, I want to reintroduce Stonewall. He's a key player in our podcast. What? Guy.
Hey,
Guy Gualtieri.
Is mumbling, stumbling, rumbling.
So,
hey, you guys, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, do that right now.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Brad, what do you got coming up? What do you got going on?
Jams and Cocktails coming back the 29th. So next Wednesday.
So how many seasons, how many episodes have you got?
This will be season 12.
Season 12.
Wait, no, Paul got it right. So I was right. It wasn't Guy. It was the Cravens, the shirt.
Cravens.
Oh, the Cravens have the shirt?
Yeah.
They're here.
Okay.
Right here.
Yeah, we've got the Cravens right here.
That's why I was confused. I was like, I don't think that was Guy.
Listen to the Cravens Strangers to the Truth album. It's good. And it's got a little bondage action going on with this blindfold here. I like that.
But yes, JNC coming back 29th. Next Wednesday. I've got some big plans for this season. I can't tell you because I don't really know what they all are, but
Big things coming.
but I do loads more guests, more musical things. I think we're gonna dive more into challenges. I was a little lazy this last season. I was more focused on rearranging our studio and finding out what worked.
Well, you're going
Ghost
for
on the Aux as a guest, perchance?
Oh.
Question mark.
What is it, Brad Brock? He seems to be going around making the rounds.
Well, he's suggesting that Ghost on the Aux should be a guest on your show.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Ghost on the Aux was having a guest. No, I would love to have you guys.
You also.
I would love to have you guys on. It would be good.
Formally inviting myself.
I enjoy our new studio setup. It's a little bit more modular. It's easier to kind of to fit people in without squishing people in. And
I am such a slut for people's like studio and recording setups. I'd love to see it.
oh yeah, it's good. It's it's a little bit more spacious, so we can do more things and.
That's cool. More room for activities.
Yeah, I've been putting the bands out in some different spots, and it's good. It's good. So that's coming up. We've been talking about our Halloween Spooktacular.
Oh, so I can vouch for the quality of that event.
This will be our 7th year doing Spooktacular, which is insane. We did, last year we did the escape room. We did the haunted house one year. We did the murder mystery. I think we're dialing it back a little bit. I'm not going to divulge exactly what we're doing, but I think I'm going to kind of go for more nostalgia and less like, boom, now you got shit to do and you're drunk as shit. Like going through the escape room, like, oh, let's drink a bunch. And now you got to go and find a key in this room. Kevin, you guys did a pretty good job, though.
Yeah, that was fun, though.
How many people do you have participating at the same time again?
Oh, Christ. I never want it to be this number, but it always seems to be like 15 people.
For the Halloween Spectacular?
Yeah.
Well,
last year was the escape room, right?
Escape
that
room.
was a good one. That was
I
really
think
good.
there was 11 people there for that one.
That was almost
Like, all
as
at
good
once.
as the Pigman of Death.
No. So the way we did it last year is we separated into teams of like 3 or 4. And what I did was I isolated everybody else with a 80s spooky Halloween themed dance party. So it was like dance music, like 80s music videos, Halloween stuff, like Michael Jackson. And they were all isolated in headphones, so they couldn't hear what was going on or see. I could see and the audience could see, but everybody was like, I thought it went pretty good.
It did go well. Yeah, you kept it. Everybody went in there fresh with no knowledge.
Yeah. And then and then there was one leftover person that didn't have a team.
Shut up. Paul, I do watch the show. He said Devin doesn't watch the show to know what your studio looks like.
It's changed a lot, and like our camera angles really don't divulge what it looks like when you get in there. But yeah, and then I sent Steve the Bruce in there by himself with a camera person,
Yeah,
and that was hilarious.
it was.
He was like, I don't even know what to do. And I thought he was going to ruin it for himself because he was just like ripping shit off the walls. And I was like, that's a clue, bitch. Like, what are you doing? But he got through it. He figured it out.
Took some brain power.
Yeah, it was nice. Like Paige was in there to kind of nudge him, I think. But anyway, yeah, so it's going to be a little bit more relaxed. Did you guys know that Halloween is on a Saturday?
Ooh,
This year?
nice.
Well, that is advantageous.
Yeah, so I got to find something to get into. It's been a while since I've gotten into something for, we always do our thing for Halloween, but it's been a while since I've gone and done a party or went to a party. I think I got to get into that this year.
Halloween is always a big deal. My daughter was born on Halloween.
No, what?
That's Freya's birthday.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Spooky.
October 31st.
Yeah.
I love how you had to think about it.
I knew someone
sure.
who was. I knew someone growing up who was born December 25th.
Let me double check that. But yeah,
Jesus? You talk about Jesus or you
No.
talk about Jimmy Buffett?
I didn't know him growing up.
Yeah, I was
No, I'm just
born. I
kidding.
was born on December 31st. I was born on New Year's Eve. That's always a party.
Ooh.
Johnny Ringo born on the 4th of July. Vern Diesel born on the 4th of July.
what?
Wow.
I don't know why I know all these people's birthdays. I just need their social security numbers now.
Right. Yes. My daughter was born on
Peace out,
Halloween. She
Jay.
was born at 10:22 a.m. on Halloween after 57 and a half hours of labor.
So it took her right out for trick or treating, huh?
Yeah. I'm
pretty
we
sure
used her as
my-
a prop to get free candy.
Nice. I'm pretty sure my official birth date is 11:59 p.m. So it's almost the next day.
Your birth date is a time?
Well, like on the day of, like they give you a time too.
Yeah, they do.
So like I'm pretty sure mine was 11:59.
God, right on the cusp.
Yeah.
My mom always said that I was her biggest tax deduction of 1984.
That would make
Because
sense.
I was born on the last day, she could claim me for the whole year.
Yes, one of the best advantages of being a parent is the tax deduction.
Jay Bird, thanks for tuning in, brother. I hope to see you next week on the Jams and Cocktails channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I've got a few. I have very little coming up. It's all behind the scenes for me lately. But my only, I had my only
OnlyFans.
I had my only St. Lucie County performance for the whole summer on July 12th at the Tipsy Tiki. Now I've got my only Martin County performance of the whole summer on August 15th at Charlie's, out on 76. Actually, 300 Paired Avenue to be specific. So it's your only chance to see the band. These band shows, for some reason, have become rare. And if you want to see the band, that's where you got to be.
I told you that somebody at the Square Grouper came up to me after my show last week, and they were like, "Oh, I kept staring at you. I thought you were as Kevin McLaughlin."
Yeah, because we look so
she's
much alike.
She's like, "Do you know him?"
Oh, yeah, that was Jana. Was it Jana
It
Vargas?
was Jana. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Jana.
And I was like, "Yeah, you could say that. We good friends." And I was
We've met for sure.
yeah, and I was like, "It must be the beard." She was like, "Yeah, it's the beard." I was like,
I'd have been like, no, who's that?
"Oh,
Oh,
Christ."
that's when you know you're getting somewhere, when your friends are mistaken for who you
Yeah,
are.
I was like, "Oh, we spend too much time together."
I would have probed and been like, no, who's that? Just to see what they say
no,
to
no.
describe.
In fact, I almost went completely the opposite of that and was like, "No, Kevin's one of my best friends. He was at my wedding. We've been naked together. Like,
Well, no, I was at his wedding, but
he was at my
he
wedding.
left his wedding without
and
me.
we were all naked."
Well,
It was one of those weddings, but no, it was funny. I was like, "Oh, I don't know." When you like, when a stranger like says the name of somebody that you know, and you, like, they have no idea that you know that person. Like, I don't know, like it fills you with a feeling. You're like, "Oh, I fucking know them so well. You don't even know. You don't know the shit we've been through together."
right, we have. There's been a lot.
No idea. It's fun though. What about you, Devin? What you got going on, man?
So, like I was saying, new podcast coming out. We talk about We get a little catch up from me, from Trey, from Allman, and our friend Moth, who I don't think many people who've watched the podcast know who Moth is, but he's been on a couple times, and both of those times were episodes that didn't get released. So that,
Well, then
But what about his
certainly would know.
self-esteem?
but he's a good friend of ours. You saw him when we watched Mike Farrow's thing, that new song that he put out. Do you remember where we were talking about? There's the two. It was him and another guy playing guitar on screen. That was Moth.
Okay.
So he's on this episode. We talk a bit about card games and grading companies, and we talk about Warhammer and a bunch of nerd stuff on this episode. There's no guests. It's just the boys. But that'll come out, I'm going to say Friday just to give it a date. So it'll be out Friday. Other than that, I need to retract a previous thing I promoted a few weeks back. I talked about doing a paintball event. That is still happening. It is just not happening when we initially thought it was going to happen.
Okay.
Which is why I shouldn't have been giving details in the first place. But because I already did give details, I'm just going to say it's no longer going to be in August. It's going to be in December, which is probably a better time to do a paintball event.
Way
before this
cooler
anyway.
out there, yeah.
Yeah. So when more actual concrete details are available to be shared, I will share them.
Is that going to be in Port St. Lucie yet?
No.
No?
It's going to be, I don't even know if I should say where, because that might change too.
Right? It's going to be at a paintball place.
It's going to
near
be
you.
in Florida.
In Florida.
I can say that for sure.
What do they call those? A paintball field, a
Yeah.
paintball stadium, a paintball
Arena, field.
arena, theater.
I don't think people really say that, but you could say that in
When
the
you're in-
context of like theater of war. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah. Paintball field.
Okay,
Is
field.
the common nomenclature.
All right.
Yeah, and that's about it that I got coming up so far, I think. My friend Left has a birthday event that he is DJing for himself at 3 Olives Lounge on August 22nd.
He's the DJ at his own birthday party?
Yeah, he's throwing the party, and he likes DJing. He's been on a real DJing kick this last year and 2 years maybe. He was playing. He was DJing the back. What do you call it? Patio of Respectables for
Okay.
a while on their emo nights, and he just kind of fell in love with DJing like out of nowhere. He's been a producer and a sound guy forever, but he just didn't really get into DJing. But he's been in love with it lately, and he does shows at 3 Olives Lounge every Thursday night. But the August 22nd is going to be his birthday party. I think he's turning 46.
Oh, way to call him out.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
sure he'll
46th
appreciate
birthday.
that.
Well, we're going to advertise it. We're going to say you have to buy him 46 shots for his.
Oh, jeez.
For his 46th
$46 shots.
Yeah.
Because when you're 46, you can't do so many.
No.
God, ain't that the
But
truth.
that's what I got going on. And I got that going on because I'm probably going to help with sound in some
Oh,
capacity.
there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Ghost on the Ox this Friday. New season. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Well, goddamn. I appreciate you guys.
It kind of feels like we've completed an episode. What do you think, guys?
I think so. Thank
At
you
2
guys.
hours, I would hope so.
Starting
Thank
to
you
feel
guys
that
so
way.
much for having me, Paul. I'm sorry you
Hey,
couldn't be here.
I can't toast on an empty glass.
Oh yeah, an empty glass, last cigarette.
Oh, I ran into Jimmy Smith the other day.
Time. Oh shit!
Yes. I'm like, man, how the heck are you? And I introduced him to Tracy, and I'm like, this is one of the most iconic guitar players in Florida.
Oh yeah, Jimmy.
He's like, oh, get away from me. But he is.
Well, here we go.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. By now, hopefully Paul is on his flight, going to come home.
Oh jeez, yeah.
But he's probably hammered. Hopefully he got a ride from the hotel bar to the gate. So here's to good friends and good podcasting. I'm Kevin McLaughlin, and this is
Brad Brock.
We Are the Riffs and Rhythms Podcast. Miss you, Paul. We'll see you next time. And thanks for watching. Tune in every time.
Every time.